Obviously, we need to be doing everything that we can for right now in terms of school safety, so we'll be coming back this May.
As school safety, one reason the governor has called lawmakers back to the state capitol for a special session. He wants school corporations to be able to get funding advances for school security equipment. Today's shooting comes as the debate over gun rights and restrictions plays out across the country. Some states are moving to raise the age limit to purchase a firearm to 21. We sent our State House Bureau Chief David Williams to find out where our lawmakers stand. David, good evening.
Good evening to you. I posed that question to several state lawmakers. Do they believe raising the gun buying age to 21 is one of the right answers?
I think that's a step in the right direction. Of course, that's not going to address all of the gun policies that need to be addressed as a state.
In recent weeks, in the wake of the Parkland, Florida school shooting, Walmart, Dick's Sporting Goods, LL Bean, and Kroger announced they won't sell guns to anyone under 21.
I'm just very pleased and gratified to see private industry saying there's a real problem in our country with kids being killed by guns. There's a problem with the nature of some of these weapons. There's a problem with how we sell them, and they're stepping up.
Early this month, Florida's governor signed sweeping gun legislation, raising the gun buying age to 21 and extending the waiting period to 3 days. We wanted to know if Indiana lawmakers would consider a similar move here.
You know, I think as we talk about the gun debate, I think everything needs to be on the table, and I think adults need to sit at that table and talk about what needs to be done to make Indiana a safer place to live, work, and raise a family.
I personally don't think the state needs to act in this regard right now. It's a little ironic that we put an M16 in a young man's hand and put him on the streets of Kabul, but don't let him buy a .22 rifle for target practice when he returns. So, but I have no problem with the free market making those decisions.
Last week, the National Rifle Association praised what it calls, quote, anti-gun legislation that, quote, stalled and failed to pass this session, end quote. Even so, Moms Demand Action tells me they believe the tide is turning about gun legislation.
Being able to see that companies see this and the general public is starting to change the way they feel about gun laws.
So the National Rifle Association is now suing Florida over the age limit increase, saying it's unconstitutional. As for the president, he stated on Twitter that the decision on raising the age limit is up to states for now, and he'll watch the court cases and rulings before acting on a federal level. I'm David Williams, live in the newsroom, 24-hour News 8.